Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are. This is Katannya Alven, and Boris Johnson announces his Brexit deal with Jean-Claude Juncker, 17th of October 2019. So here we go. This is Claude Juncker.
Hey! I have Jean-Claude's the boss here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jean-Claude. And can I pay a particular tribute to you, Jean-Claude, and also, of course, to Michel Barnier and all your team, Michel, in the negotiating team in the Commission. And I do think that this deal represents a very good deal, both for the EU and for the UK. And it's a reasonable, fair outcome and reflects the large amount of work that's been undertaken by both sides. And I agree very much, Jean-Claude, with what you said about protecting the peace process in the island of Ireland and in Northern Ireland. And of course, for us in the UK, it means that we can deliver a real Brexit that achieves our objectives. And it means that the UK leaves whole and entire on October the 31st, and it means that Northern Ireland and every other part of the UK can take part not just in free trade deals, offering our tariffs, exporting our goods around the world, but it also means that we can take together as a single, united kingdom, decisions about our future, about our laws, our borders, our money, and how we want to run the UK. And those decisions will be taken in the UK by elected representatives of the people of the UK. And I hope very much now, speaking of elected representatives, that my fellow MPs in Westminster do now come together to get Brexit done, to get this excellent deal over the line, and to deliver Brexit without any more delay, so that we can focus on the priorities of the British people, improving our health service, investing in 20,000 more police, lifting up the living wage, and many, many other things. And Jean-Claude, I just want to conclude by agreeing wholeheartedly with your final point. Now is the moment for us to get Brexit done, and then together to work on building our future partnership, which I think can be incredibly positive, both for the UK and for the EU. And I just remind you what I always say, that we are a quintessential European country, solid European friends, neighbours and supporters, and we look forward to working with you in building that partnership in the weeks and months to come. Thank you all very much.
Now, I brought up, so this is Nigel Farage would prefer a general election over Boris Johnson's deal. And he's saying, when you listen to him, that what is so often called a deal is a treaty. It's a very different animal.
This is a deal on the table. Are you going to support it?
It's not a deal. No, that's wrong. It's a treaty. It's a new EU treaty that is 95% the same as Mrs May's one that was rejected 3 times by Parliament, which Boris Johnson himself would lead to us becoming a vassal state. OK, the backstop's gone.
You haven't seen a deal yet that you support. That means, though, doesn't it, that we now have to ask for an extension under the Benn Act. And you asking for an extension to stay in longer negotiating feels wrong.
Well, if the choice is between signing up to a new EU treaty that will cost us a vast sum of money, that gives us no guarantee of any sensible trade deal in the future, will keep us tied to EU laws and EU judgments, if the choice is between that and extending for a short period of time and having a general election in which we can perhaps sort the matter out, then I would choose the general election over this treaty every single time.
Now, it's the date is the 18th of October. So, and if we go back, here we've got the 17th of October. So obviously Nigel Farage has had time to consider. So here we've got Maya Tutsi. This is October the 17th. And Brexit date confirmed. UK leaves EU with or without a deal on the 31st. So again, this is before the announcement between Boris and Jean-Claude Juncker.
And we're going to cover most of it in this video. Obviously, at the time of me recording this, anything you see in this video is based on now. I'm sure a lot of things are going to be added when it comes to the news. So as usual, I'm going to be doing a follow-up video to update you guys as we go on. Now, as most of you have heard, if you haven't heard, Boris Johnson has managed to secure a new Brexit deal with the European Union. Now, less than 3 months ago, when Boris Johnson was elected as the new Conservative leader and Prime Minister, everyone said that obviously the European Union would not renegotiate, they're not going to come back to the table, and they're not going to remove the Irish backstop when it comes to the border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. Now, all that has completely changed.
Now, I'm going to bring some information up which I think might explain the changes. I don't know for certain, but I would think so. Right, what I'd like to let you viewers know is that, and probably many of you do, the Marines have been given their orders to arrest thousands of people. Now, what is interesting in this Restored Republic report by Judy Byington, we've got here point number 8. Many thousands of bank accounts have been frozen across the globe as they caught the bad guys. Those account freezing should be completed by 5 or 6 p.m. EDT today, Thursday, 17th of October. Well, that did all change. It was probably about a week ago, but I think they knew it was coming. Okay. Also, the EU, maybe let's put it, the European Union, some of the people are less than correct in their behaviour towards children, and there are a lot of paedophiles amongst high-positioned people. And President Trump has clearly put out that kidnapping children carries the death sentence. So what is paedophilia other than that? Okay. And you can go on to able danger. In fact, my last video published that. So yes, President Trump has a very iron fist when it comes to those people who damage or hurt our children and damage and hurt the people of the world. So big changes are happening, and that's why I think suddenly there is agreement. Now, I'm not quite sure what that agreement of Brexit is. We'll have to wait and see. And I haven't got enough information yet. Now, the other thing it says here, number 10, the bank bail-ins died with the closure of SWIFT, or the SWIFT system. Now, with the AIIB, which carries the quantum financial system, they use the CIPS system. So there are a lot of changes going on. Now here, from the same report, but it's Benjamin Fulford's, multiple signs indicated that some sort of high-level deal has been reached between Russia, China, and the US for a new system of global stewardship. The US military, is number 2, sent us this photograph with the caption, "To welcome the new fiscal year, Trump summoned military brass for a White House meeting and a dinner on October the 7th with top General Mark Milley and other Army generals wearing World War II uniforms and declaring war on the Zionists and the deep state. This is the image. So there we are. There's all his generals and President Trump at his desk. He's not messing around. Many of you probably, or some of you, might not like him. I think he's a very fine, fair, honest man. I don't follow the British press at all, or their beliefs, or their comments. Now here it says Russian sources tell us that former President Barack Hussein Obama has already been executed by a firing squad. The Pentagon sources did not confirm this, but did say civil war is raging, and with Gitmo, Guantanamo Bay, executions, declassification, mobilized troops and feds, and potential takeover of California. Now, following on regarding executions, here you'll see Shadowsuper, ex-political intel report, and Obama executed at Gitmo October the 1st. Here we are, here's his report. News just in from a reliable Earth Alliance source at 14:44, 44 seconds GMT, 29th of September 2019, Obama was executed by firing squad at Gitmo. 3 US generals were present at the execution, and Obama was allowed a private meeting with a Muslim cleric prior to execution. Obama had refused to give away more information, and alliance sources believe he may have been the main instigator of the current impeachment debacle currently in progress. They might not be so keen to carry on now, realizing that actually they could easily end up in a similar situation. So the alliance conducted a search and found an Iridium satellite phone hidden in one of Obama's pillows. The alliance immediately ordered execution, and Obama began whimpering and pleading, claiming John Kerry put him up to it. Gitmo is at full capacity, and Obama was bunking it with John Kerry and Chris Christopherson, who was charged with being an MK-Ultra agent. As for what is to become of the Obama clone currently doing the rounds in the United States, the alliance would not say. The clone is believed to be malfunctioning anyway, so they may take a wait-and-see approach. Funny way of putting it. More info as it arrives. Now, I'm not saying I believe or disbelieve. It's been reported. Interesting. Well, so maybe if we go back to what's been going on with Brexit, it's all related. Maybe. I just get a hunch that it is. So, just to end this video about Brexit, Brexit deal given seal of approval from Jacob Rees-Mogg.
It's being so cheerful that keeps the honourable gentleman going. It's always a pleasure to listen to him. He mentions the deal. I am pleased to say that this is a really fantastic and exciting deal.
Now you see that's very different from Nigel Farage.
He's given me the opportunity to speak about it, because when I was speaking on behalf of the government on Sunday, I was doing so because I trust the Prime Minister and knew he would get a good deal. But I was supporting it on the basis of trust. Now I know what is in the deal. My trust has been completely justified. It is a really exciting and positive deal. It removes the undemocratic backstop. It is a huge advance for the whole of the United Kingdom. It will ensure that we are one single customs territory. I am aware of the details of the deal. Look, I actually have the text of it here. So I am glad to say that I have had,
Okay, this is Katannya Alven signing out, saying God bless and wait for my next video. Okay, bye-bye.